Hello, good morning, good afternoon, wherever you are. Welcome to our new YouTube channel, Tiger Union. I am Vinny. Today's video is about Tiger One that I mentioned in the previous video. One of the aims of this charity and this group and this channel is to create a community for our veterans and also in time other veterans. To do this and to create the community, we need to share the stories about what is happening in that community today and what the veterans' needs are and what the issues are they're dealing with and how we can help. The context for this video is that we are, or I represent, or I'm within a group that is for regional infantry regiments, and that when you're serving, there's a lot of camaraderie inspired for you to serve to your best in any theatre of war or any conflict. And whilst you're in, that's a wonderful thing. But you always hear that when I was serving, that if you ever left those gates and to become a civilian, that there was nothing for you. And I think probably the whole idea of that was that actually you were lucky to get to those gates and to become a civilian, because the army machine is set up for war and chances are you wouldn't survive it. But now we do, and now we're past those gates, and they're right, there isn't much out there once you get past those gates for a veteran. And it's very difficult because we have a regimental headquarters that is a small charity that is full of well-meaning colonels in the castle. And some of us feel that actually they're very limited in their powers of helping and assisting our veterans. But it's very difficult to inspire that level of loyalty when you're on camp, but when you leave, there's absolutely nothing or very limited other than small cash donations. And typically, when you are in, you could be serving 84 hours a week, or if you're deployed in a 6-month Northern Ireland tour, in my day, you're working 24 hours a day or available 24 hours a day with 1 week off in that 6 months. Anyway, so back to the story. So Tiger One. In June, I reconnected with an old comrade. I served with him back in 94 on a Northern Ireland tour. And he ended up his service doing 12 years in PWRR. And that was 20 years ago. He had an injury from that service, a back injury. He told me that in February just gone, that he was in hospital to have a back operation. And that though the operation went really well, when the operation was finished, his missus had informed him that they were finished. He'd binned him. And the reason, and he couldn't understand that, we couldn't understand it, but the reason she gave was that he would need looking after for 6 months. I mean, it's terrible, absolute terrible behaviour. And he'd been with her for about 3 or 4 years, and that was enough to push him over the edge, and he tried 3 suicide attempts in that period. In between suicide attempts, he phoned up RHQ, and each time he was referred to other services, quite bluntly, referred to SAFA or any other charity out there. Even when he spoke to a colonel that he knew, who then also during this time recommended him back to phone RHQ, and he did, and he got the same answer. So he was eventually helped by a local SAFA rep and a local councillor, and they found him a flat. And the SAFA rep said that actually RHQ was horrendous to deal with. I know that they've taken on board that feedback over the last few months, and they've improved their responses, but not to any level that most of us would feel that is adequate. So, Tiger One served 12 years, good all-round soldier, did everything he was asked of, broke himself doing it, and when he gets out, it's a big struggle to get services and facilities and resources to help him. And of course, within Tiger Union, we want to help those sort of veterans and provide them with a place to stay and rehabilitate. So that's the end of the story. That's the end of Tiger 1. The next story is on RHQ in detail, and also Tiger 2. Thanks for listening. Bye.